Hey guys, what's up? I've got Creeper here with me today. Say hi, Creeper.
Security camera that was placed on this video was taken about 2 hours before.
Okay, well, he hit his head, so he's pretty much dead now. But anyway, I'm going to showcase to you guys my entire, well, not entirely because I forgot a few phones and I don't even know where they are, but my mostly entirely tech collection. Yay, right with me? And the ones that are already being used, like the Xbox One over there, are not going to be included in the video for obvious reasons. Anyway, first thing I'm going to talk about is my new laptop that I got for Christmas last year. Yeah, it works fine. The only thing about the laptop is that, as you can see, the side is kind of fucked. Yes, me. Yes, I did. Yeah, but it generally works fine. It's definitely a lot better than my school laptop, which I'm going to be talking about next, which is also a lot more sturdy. But, yeah, it works great, and I can play games on it smoothly. Vanilla Minecraft works perfectly fine on it compared to this. Speaking of this, let's turn it on. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what it's got. Will you turn on? Wait, is it turning on? Oh, it is. Guys, it's turning on, guys. Alright, so as you can see, guys... Okay, so guys, the laptop just started. Unlike this one, which is running Windows 11, this one runs excuse me, this one runs Windows 11 and this one runs Windows 10. I don't know why I keep stuttering. Wait. Okay. Wait. Actually, yeah, wait. Okay, we're good. Anyway. Yeah, currently, I don't know what I was doing here. It probably has something to do with my school. Most likely. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about this. I used to do a lot of things on this laptop. Basically everything I ever did was on this laptop until I moved to this one. But yeah. So let's close this one. Oh yeah, I can't close it. I forgot the broken... Okay, well, let's close this one because I'm done. This one ran games, especially Minecraft, like ass, but it was worth it while it lasted for games. Now I don't use it for games because, well, I've told you this. I told you this a million times already. Anyway, next up we have this,
your very first laptop ever,
which I used for basically everything, including school, except the fact that, a few months later after I got it, I decided to, free Robux, or whatever the hell, I think it was Geometry Dash, actually, so, a Geometry Dash hacked client, don't mind if I do. Next thing you know, I get the computer all fucked up, and a virus gets on it, and then I won't, and then it's like, I can't, like, wait, I'm stuttering way too, and the next thing you know, it would never turn on ever again. So you know what I did to this thing, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
I scratched the damn RAM cartridge, so now it doesn't even turn on at all regardless. I also don't know where the charger is, and I was trying to find that a few months ago, I think, but I could never find it again after I couldn't find it, of course. The display, I don't even know if the display is fine anymore, but other than that, yeah. I smashed the display so much at this point, it's, oh, yeah. Yeah, I see those pixels. Oh, no! I actually broke the screen from hitting the laptop so many times. Oh! Oh, I'm so sorry! But anyway, this ran Windows Vista. It's infested with bugs. It got updated to Windows 7 later. It has an Intel Centrino 2 inside, of course. I'm not sure what that is. It has a middle touchpad button. I'm not sure what these are. It has 2 buttons here and a little mousepad. Yeah, other than that, this laptop is very old school, and I'm probably never gonna have it again, so screw you, bro. I'm talking to the laptop, not you guys. But, yeah, it's infested with bugs, so I'm just gonna put that aside. Alright, so the next thing in this row is the Xbox 360. When did I get this? I forgot when I got this, but I got this from my dad. And it was my first ever gaming console. When I was like 6, wasn't that also when I got my first phone? Wait, no, I got this when I was like 3 or something. But yeah, anyway, I got this when I was around 3 to 5 years old, and it was one of my first ever gaming consoles. Speaking of gaming consoles, I'll probably be discussing this later, and this as well. But anyway, this was my first ever gaming console, as I said a million times already. And I have a lot of games for it, but I don't play them because 1, they're probably broken discs, and 2, the Xbox 360 loves to eat discs for some reason, and also I'm probably missing half the discs. The console is missing its frontal, as you can see, and its top area, and even its bottom area as well. The hard drive works fine, and Xbox Live connects like ass. Of course it does. I mean, it always did. What else is new, technically? And the controller works... Yeah, the controller is kind of ass. I probably need to get a new one, because, as you can see, you can just look at the bottom, and you can already see, like, most of it's, like, just protruding out, so... And whenever I shake it, like, even, like, lightly or turn it, it's just, like, turns off. And it's like, please connect the controller. Like, shut up, I know, bro. Alright. Ooh, alright. That wasn't it for the console, bro. The Sega Genesis. I got this in, like, 2017 or 2016 or something. I don't remember exactly. And I never played the cartridge games. I rather just played the games that was already pre-installed onto the console, which was not a lot, honestly, but at least it was free, right? I like to play Sonic and all those games on there because I like Sonic. There's especially this one, I don't remember the name of it, but it was one with, like, the tiles, and it was the little guy, and you, like, press the D-pad and the button. It was like blue. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was the guy with the silver tiles. You had to collect those. It wasn't Pac-Man, it was something else. I don't remember. But yeah, this console was... Oh, it was by AtGames. It's not the actual Sega Genesis. Okay, well, it was still decent, I guess. But anyway, let's talk about the special area. This thing. This right here. It's the LG Motion 4G. Not too much to say about it. But it was a decent phone, I guess. One thing I noticed about it, though, is... Will you clip on? One thing I noticed, though, is that this phone is, like, more than a decade old. And runs Android 4.0.4, which I updated to 4.1.2 with Cyanogen Mod 10. Other than that, LG used to make really good phones, which I will get to later. But yeah, they used to make really good phones, and this one is decent. And it was actually high. It seemed pretty mid-range or even high-end if you want to go to that line for its size. I mean, do you see how small this thing is? No, it's pretty average. Creeper, shut up. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, it's definitely small, but it packs a punch. Exactly, which is why the girls... Shut up, Creeper. Alright, we're moving on to the physical devices. The physical devices? What? We're moving on to the working devices. Now, well, mostly the working ones. Some of them are broken, but, you know. Anyway, first off, we're going to start with the phone area. So, yeah. First off is the Samsung Galaxy Express. This phone is questionable because it's not just any normal Galaxy Express. It was the Galaxy Express by AO Wireless. And if you don't know who AO Wireless is, they were basically a Spanish prepaid carrier who was ran under AT&T's wing, basically. And then they were discontinued or had to go out of business in, like, 2013 because trademark Magenta made people think it was a T-Mobile brand, and then T-Mobile sued them, so they just had to stop. And then, a few years later, they merged with Cricket, and that's what caused the death of AO. Yeah, surprisingly, it wasn't the lawsuit. But anyway, this phone was my second ever phone that I discovered. Yeah, I discovered this one. The way I discovered it is the way I discovered this one, if I remember correctly, is I went through one of your purses. I don't remember which one it was. And that's how I got the Galaxy Express. You were like asleep, I think, while I was looking through your purse, right? And I pulled out the Galaxy Express. What? What? No, you were in bed. You were sleeping. It was midnight. This was 2020, Mimi, or 2021, around that time. Yeah, this was 2021. The time I stole it out of Mimi's purse was, like, early 2021, so, yeah. But this phone is more than a decade old. I'm surprised it's still in this condition. I mean, other than the fact that this part of the phone is, like, chipping off, and the back is kind of in scratched condition. But other than that, this is technically a collector's item, because, well, you know, AO, and also it's in navy blue. Like, really dark navy blue. But anyway, the next phone is the Galaxy Nexus. Woo-wee, man. This one, I got this off of eBay. That's all I remember, actually. Wait. Yeah, I got this off of eBay in November for like $29 or something because I wanted the Galaxy Nexus. I accidentally got the Nexus S some time ago, but now it's broken, so I can't really show you guys. But this is the replacement and the actual phone that I wanted to get because I didn't realize I got the Nexus S because I'm an idiot and didn't know the difference back then. But yeah, this phone was released in 2011, so it's really freaking old. The battery is decent, I guess. It's 2100 milliamp hours, so it looks like it was upgraded from its original. Was it 1950? I don't remember exactly, but it was somewhere around 1900 milliamp hours or so. And there's still a SIM card in here, but I'm not going to pull that out because it probably contains private things that I don't want to leak. This is the SCHI 515 model, which is the Verizon wireless one. So it's just a bit thicker than the international or GSM model, which is the Malgiro. But other than that, this one is decent, I guess. It also has a headphone jack. Of course, most of the phones I have a headphone jack. So expect that a lot on these phones. And it's a bit bigger than the Galaxy Express, so that's cool. I also like the way it's a bit more rectangular than most phones back then, which were like circles or like squares or something. This one, oh yeah, and I didn't mention, it has a curved display. Now, I'm sure most of you Android enthusiasts already know this, but I just thought that would be cool to mention. Anyway, the next phone is... Yeah, that. I have no idea, wait. What is this again?
You said you believe me, man.
Oh. Yeah, it's the Stratus C5 Elite. I got 2 of these, actually, from the government because Mother got me these phones because I didn't have cellular data on my phones. So she got these to see if I was responsible enough to own a phone with cellular data.
Obviously you weren't.
That's because I'm not paying me. I'm not paying for any cell data. I'm just paying for... I'm not even paying anything, actually. It's free. It's completely free. So that's why I thought I didn't have the responsibility to...
Being paid for it. Dingus. You could call people. You could use the internet.
That, and I could also do prank calls.
I broke down the origin of each and every
Not to the police, though.
Most are blood, mud, rust.
I'm not putting it on you. It's not on your face. But anyway, this case is ass. Is there a screen? Oh yeah, I took off the screen protector. Well, there was a screen protector, but I took it off, and the case is, yeah. It definitely isn't the greatest phone, especially because it has Android 11 Go, and you know how Go versions are, so. Oh, hold on. Okay. Next phone is, The Samsung Galaxy A20. This phone is screwed to oblivion. Mainly software-wise, the phone is screwed to oblivion because you know what? Let me pull it up. Give me a sec. I actually made a whole entire XDA forums post. Wait, why is that so zoomed in? I actually made an entire XDA forums post on the Galaxy A20. And mostly whatever I did just seemed to make the phone software just act even worse than it did before each time. And then it ended off with this. I'll just keep trying, I guess. And that was June 27th, 2023. As of right now, I have not tried anything more to actually fix the phone. I just gave up, basically. This phone is like just screwed for some reason. It's software-wise, it just kept boot looping and boot looping and boot looping over and over again. Before that, it used to just restart on its own, which made absolutely no sense. So I'm sure it's just the age of the phone. I mean, it is like 4 or 5 years old anyway, so you can't expect much from it. So I'll cut it some slack. Okay, the next one. Why is this still on? Alright, the next phone. Oh boy. Oh, that's 6%. It's an LG phone, actually. And I actually covered this phone in a review of mine before, but I thought I might as well put it in the video again. I like LG phones, if you didn't know. My first phone was actually this phone right here, just the Metro version. I didn't have the Boost Mobile version, which is this one. And fun fact, or trivia about this phone, I bought this one. It came without the back cover for like $15 or $19, but I had the back cover to the old MetroPCS one that I broke, so I just slapped it on this one, and there you go. Now you got a fully back covered LG Stylo. The battery works fine. It's almost dead though because I didn't bother to charge it before this. The 1 GB of RAM kind of makes the phone hold back, however, especially on heavy tasks like gaming and stuff. And even YouTube lags a lot on this phone, at least when you're like surfing through videos constantly. And storage is another issue because this only comes with 8 GB of storage compared to the Metro version's 16 GB. So, and since it runs Android 6 Marshmallow, the storage is going to run out pretty fast because of the operating system itself, the skin, and of course the amount of pre-installed apps and apps that you're going to install on the phone. So don't expect much from this model. You can just get the Metro one for a little bit more price if you really want a higher end LG Stylo, but other than that, it was definitely a decent phone for its time, and especially for when I had it, and it definitely held me over until I got, well, I'm recording with it, but the Galaxy S7 Edge, which is now my main phone instead of this. But anyway, the next phone that I'm going to cover is, oh boy, oh jeez. Can't believe I have to cover this for the 9 millionth time. I did more than 5 videos on this goddamn phone, and I'm going to do another one. Of course, because why not? Why did I paint the ZTE logo blue? Listen, that doesn't matter, but anyway. This is the ZTE ZMax Z970. I've covered this phone a million times on my channel. It's at 1%, but it runs Android 4.4.4. It has a 1.2 gigahertz Snapdragon 400. It has 2 GB of RAM, and that's all I know. Oh yeah, 16 GB of storage. It also has an LED on the front thing, if you couldn't tell already. It has a front-facing camera and a rear-facing camera. That's 8 megapixels. A autofocus as well, so that's cool. A bright flash, and it's stuck on Android 4.4.4, but you can update it to Android 7.1.1 with Lineage OS, which I find pretty cool, because this phone is actually really capable of, and it fucking died. Well, that doesn't matter, but this phone is very capable of running Android 7.1 and modern Android versions. So I wouldn't be surprised if it could run Android 10 either. Yeah, alright. Now time to now time for my favorite part of the video. Can you guess what it is, Amy? Well, I already covered the phone, so what do you think I'm going to cover next?
96% of
The tablets! Yay! I don't know why I did that. Alright, so we're gonna go smallest to biggest for the video, because that's the order they're already in. So, the first one at the top is the MiTraveler 71A. If you guys didn't know, or if you guys don't know, or if you're new to my channel, I got this off of eBay for like $29 or $24, I can't remember exactly. And I was so excited to have this tablet because I could finally get a MiTraveler that was similar to the 7016C, the 78, the 78C, the 78B, whatever model that the other one was. This one still actually works, surprisingly, compared to my other tablets that I have. And I like to use it for fun, and I downloaded some games on here that I cannot show because it's dead. It's kaput, it's dead. I'm too lazy to plug it in for this video, but anyway, it has a USB port that I fucking broke off, if you can't see. A DC port, which I now have to charge it from. A headphone jack, a power button, volume buttons, of course, and a TF card slot. I'm not sure what TF means, but we just call it SD card for this. And a reset pinhole. I find the design of the tablet very cool because I like the wood texture here and the shiny bar at the top. It looks really nice mixed with just the design in general, and the grip as well at the sides is diamond shaped, and that's cool because, you know, whatever I'm kind of running out of words. But there's also a speaker here which is not really the best, and it's not the loudest either, but it's definitely decent for playback of video and stuff. The display is 800 by 480, 60 hertz. Yeah, it sucks. The camera is 0.3 megapixels, which is honestly extremely bad. It can only record in VGA and take pictures in like 10,000 pixels. And the MiTraveler word mark is right there, which is cool. Other than that, I like the design of the tablet, and I like how it looks. Next one we're going to move on to is the Azpen A727. Let me take it from the shelf real quick. Now, this tablet, that was a voice crack, I apologize, but this tablet is definitely a lot weirder compared to the MiTraveler, because I noticed that the Azpen's is a lot more glossy than the MiTraveler's display, and it's a lot bluer as well, which I'm not sure why. The viewing angles are crappier, and I can even see the pixels by flashing the flash on the tablet's display. Isn't that just a goddamn surprise? This also came with a screen protector and a case. It actually came in the case for some reason, and with the power brick. I'm not sure why, but it came with the power brick. Anyway, it came with Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, and it has an all-winner A23 chipset, which definitely is not the best for today's standards. I mean, I could barely get this damn thing to run Angry Birds properly. Do you know how crazy that is? Anyway, there's no DC port on this one compared to the MiTraveler's, which has a DC port, obviously. But I guess I can see why, since this is an all-winner A13 and this is an all-winner A23. Oh, also I just noticed that the MiTraveler's build is actually a tad bit bluer. That's something to note, I guess. That might be why I like it, but I don't know. The back textures of the tablets are definitely different from each other. The Azpen's being a lot more ridged compared to the MiTraveler's, which feels a lot more woody. No, those are just my keys. You can get that reference. And the word mark for Azpen is at the top, or bottom, depending on how you hold the tablet. While the MiTraveler's is right smack in the top part of the middle, which in any orientation technically doesn't matter. The website for Azpen PCR is marked here. And if you go to the website, I reached out. Actually, speaking of that, I bricked this tablet before, and if I can go to my email fast enough. But anyway, I bricked this tablet before, and I had to reflash Android 4.4.4 on it. It originally had 4.2.2, if I didn't mention that already. But since I bricked it somehow by installing some software or changing the density or putting it on safe, whatever I did, I don't remember exactly what I did, but if I can scroll through my email here, guys, you can see I emailed Azpen support to see if they still had the firmware. And what they did is crazy, bro. Sorry to hear about your issues. We do not have the firmware for the A727. That being said, this is one of our older models, so if you'd like to consider upgrading, we can offer you a new A1080 without a keyboard for a special rate of $65 plus shipping costs through our exchange program. You would not need to send the older model in. Just let us know. Support. They had the audacity to advertise one of their newer products after I asked them if they had the firmware for the A727, which is an older model. I don't know why I'm mad. And since we're already on the topic of the Azpen, we might as well get to the MiTraveler as well, because I emailed I don't know. I emailed an employee at Tivax, and I asked if they had the firmware, right, for the 71A, which is this tablet, because I had to flash different firmware, because I also bricked this one, but this one works still, so yeah, that's the only difference. And they said, unfortunately, we no longer support this product. That's all they said. That's all they said. That's all they said. Alright, but about the Azpen. But after I flashed Android 4.4.4 on it, the Wi-Fi doesn't work. I can't even connect it to my computer to connect it to USB debugging, so that sucks. But other than that, it was a great tablet while it lasted, and it's decent, I guess. Now moving on to the more unique ones that I have. I have a Kindle Fire, first of all. First generation Kindle Fire I got for like $19 off of eBay. And it's a pretty cool tablet. It's a pretty cool ebook reader to have. I like it because it's small, utilitarian. I don't get the little bezel like thing here though, like why it's so big on this side specifically, but that doesn't matter to me. It originally had Android 2.3 Gingerbread, but I flashed Android 4.4.4 on it with CyanogenMod 11, only for it to go terrible because it it kept boot looping after that, but that doesn't matter. I also flashed CyanogenMod 10.2, I think, which is Android 4.3, which also ran like crap, but it wasn't as bad as CyanogenMod 11. And then I bricked it by installing FFF. That damn bootloader bricked my Kindle, so that's cool, I guess. One thing I like about this tablet, at least, is that the power button glows. I can't really show it because it's not plugged in, but yeah. Now, moving on, we have this. It's the All-Winner A13 Q88. It doesn't actually have a specific branding on it. However, it is in blue, so that's probably why I got it. Originally, I wanted this to be... I tried to buy this for you, but you didn't want it anyway, so I just kept it for myself. I bricked this so hard, you don't even know. I tried to change the LCD density really high to like, or not really high, really low, to like zoom it out a lot, like that type of zoom out, right? Like that type of zoom out. And I bricked it by accident by setting it a bit too low, and then it wouldn't stop, and then it would not boot back into the operating system at all. So I just decided to give up from there. And that's kind of crazy because a notification just popped up from r/Android Afterlife saying just break my tablet. But anyway, this tablet is kind of just a dud because the display connector is literally fried because one time it almost caught on fire, so that's great. So yeah, I'm never gonna use that tablet again, and you'll never see it in videos ever again other than this one and the All Area 13 collection thing. Next, I have a NOOK tablet, not the NOOK color, the NOOK tablet, guys. It had Android 2.3.7, I think. I don't even know anymore. The NOOK tablet, BNTV 250A by Branding Bubble. As you can see, it costed $3. Can you believe it? Well, actually, it costed $3.01. $3.01 because there was a coupon as well, so it was a very cheap price for a working tablet like this. The problems are, though, it has a bad battery, it has a housing that's coming off, it has a bent handle, or a bent edge, or whatever this is. I don't even know what it is. I mean, you can carry it like a handle. And I'm missing the SD card cover thing, so that's just great. Other than that, I flashed Android 4.0.4 on it, and that works a lot better than NOOK OS, and it's a lot less closed off. So yeah, but I'm not gonna plug it in because I'm too lazy to do that. Other than that, that's probably the first time you've probably seen a NOOK in like 80 million years because those things are old, bro. But anyway, another tablet I have is actually a historical one because the Venkyo S8 is a tablet that you got for me when I was like 9 or something. And the reason I broke this, I actually broke this a few months after I got the tablet. I broke it specifically on January 30th, 2021. Yes, I remember the exact date and time, around 7:30 to 8 p.m. I stomped on the tablet because my dad was messing with me and kept putting on Chucky on my TV for some reason. So I stomped on that hoe, bro. I went, but a lot harder. And I was cracked the screen, so like, what the hell is your tablet, that costed $89 on Amazon, you bitch! And you can kind of imagine what happened. It ran Android 9 Pie, and it was a decent tablet, I guess. It was still the same specs for most of the tablets I have here, which I'm going to discuss in a second. Bro, my finger is getting fucking indented from filming. Guys, don't worry, it's completely fine. I'm okay, but the next one I want to discuss is this 8-inch Fire HD 8 10th generation that I got for absolutely no reason by my dad, who bought this for me off of eBay in a really good new condition. I think it was new or used. I don't remember. But he got this for me in like late 2021 or early 2022. I don't remember exactly. Okay, well then Amazon. I don't fucking remember, okay? You expect me to have clear-ass memory? Who do you think I am, Sherlock Holmes? Listen, I got this tablet. It's 8 inches. It runs Android 9 or 10 or whatever. I think it runs Android 9 actually. Yeah, Android 9, just like the Venkyo. And this one also has 2 gigabytes of RAM.
That he got for you after you done destroyed the Venkyo.
Yeah, I got this as a replacement for the Venkyo. I also actually got the Fire tablet as a holdover for my ASUS transformer pad TF300T, which I'll get to later. But it was getting repaired basically, so I had this as a holdover, and I still have it to this day, and I use it for random stuff, especially drawing. I used to use it for drawing a lot because I got an active stylus pen, and I'm running out of breath, so I'm not going to discuss that any further. But anyway, it ran fine. It runs fine actually. It still works. It has stereo speakers, as you can see. USB-C port, which I'm not too fond of, but you know. And a headphone jack, surprisingly, so I can just plug in my headphones and listen to whatever on there. And it has a decent camera, and it has a back camera. But I'm sure you guys already know this because you've probably already seen the Fire HD 8 10th generation. So, let's just get to the more older devices. First one that's in the old era is the Nextbook 8HD, the Nextbook Premium 8HD. It's an 8-inch 4x3 tablet that runs Android 4.1.1 Jelly Bean and has a 1024 by 768 resolution screen. It's decent, I guess. It's kind of like the Ematic, which I'm going to discuss later, but a bit smaller and a lot less wide. It's pretty slow when it comes to like heavy tasks, like heavy games and stuff. But other than that, it works for checking my email, doing random tasks, doing skits. It basically works for any type. It basically works as a prop for anything I need it for. And I actually used it for a good amount of time as a general use tablet for like a month or so before not using it as an actual general use tablet anymore. So that one's in the forgotten pile. Oh, the Ematic. The Ematic. This tablet I unbricked a few a few days ago. I unbricked it a few days ago because it was bricked before software-wise. But I somehow managed to find a spare working system UI APK in the /SD card partition. So I just moved, since I have root on this tablet, I just moved it to the system app folder, and then it started working again. But anyway, this tablet is cool, I guess. I like to use it for random things and messing around. And I can check my email on here. The only problem I noticed is that for some reason, after changing the system UI a bunch of times, it doesn't want to connect to the Wi-Fi for some reason. But other than that, it works completely. It runs Android 4.1.1. So I'm gonna do the Easter egg really quick. Yeah, Android 4.1.1. Unlike, it has a similar build to the MiTraveler, actually. As you can see, it has the corner camera. It has the this build, which the MiTraveler also has. And they both have the speakers in similar positions, which is nice. And it has these indicators. This one doesn't, but they both have reset pinholes. So the 9-inch. This tablet is 9 inches, and it's kind of similar to the MiTraveler in a way. The MiTraveler is just basically smaller. But other than that, this tablet is actually in pink if you didn't notice already. I'm sure I showed you. It's more of a hot pink than like a pink pink. But it's still a noticeable pink. But I do like the outline it casts around the screen, though, whenever I'm watching a video on it. Speaking of that, videos actually do play in full screen. Like completely full screen. It completely hides the system bar. And if you put it to fill the screen, this can actually be a good video player tablet. Its colors are kind of washed out, and so is the saturation, but other than that, it plays videos smoothly. And it's a decent tablet for video streaming and watching media, and sometimes I listen to music on it as well. The webcam, I don't know about, though, because I never used it. Like, actually, I've never even launched the I've never... What the hell? Okay, well, I've never launched the camera app once on this tablet. Not once. Not even once. But anyway, moving on. Now we're getting to the 10-inch tablets, the big one, the big lads, the big boys, the strong men of the tablets that I have. Smallest of the 10 inches is first the Motorola XOOM, which is a very, very cool tablet that I have. However, I cannot charge it because I don't have the charger. I might buy one if I ever get enough money, but other than that, this tablet is very cool looking. It has a metallic back, which is good for drops. I even dropped this tablet on the tile in the kitchen once, and it still held up well. Hold on, I can't clap, but I'll just pat the tablet. You did good, bro. The front camera, I don't know exactly what the specs are, but I think it's like 2 megapixels. It's good for webcam videos and stuff. And the back camera is 5 megapixels. HD video, 720p actually. And a dual LED flash, if you can't see right there. And stereo speakers, which like to act like mono speakers for some freaking reason. This is actually the 4G US 4G variant that I have. I got this off of a guy who didn't want the tablet anymore, and it was just hiding in a drawer. He was a dad, I think, and after he got his kids an iPad, they didn't want the Zoom anymore, so they just stuffed the Zoom. His kids just stuffed the Zoom in a drawer for years on end until he found it again, and then he decided to put it up on eBay for selling. And then me, that buyer, was the one who bought this tablet, so this one's a special case compared to most of the tablets I have. Now, this one, the Samsung Galaxy Tab P7510. This one runs Android 4.0.4. I think it's still on. Oh my god, it is! Holy shit, I can actually showcase you guys. Alright, well, it's at 2%, but it worked. It runs Android 4.0.4, and it's a decent tablet for pretty much anything I want to do. I actually like using this tablet for general tasks. It's my new general tablet since the Ematic and this 8-inch one right here, the Nextbook. It's a high-spec tablet. It actually has the exact same specs as the Zoom. It just has a different build and different operating system skin. But other than that, it works well. It's the Wi-Fi variant. It runs Android 4.0.4, and it does what I need it to do. I can check my email just fine on here. I can take pictures, video, edit photos, draw. I can pretty much do anything on here that you could do on a modern tablet, except for install modern apps. The back camera is 5 megapixels, I think. Yeah, the back camera is... Wait, is it 5 or 2? I think it was 2 megapixels or 3 megapixels. Around 5 to 2 megapixels. And the front camera, I don't know the megapixels actually. But this one has a single LED flash compared to the Zoom's dual LED flash. And it does not have... it actually has stereo speakers. The plus to this one is it has stereo speakers optimized by Samsung's TouchWiz software. So it has spatial sound, which is actually really nice about this tablet. Sorry about that voice crack, which is actually very nice about that tablet compared to the Zooms. And the final tablet that I'm going to cover for today is the ASUS Transformer Pad TF300T. I have the keyboard dock for this. Wait, give me a sec. As you can see. Oh, shit. Oh, jeez. There's so much stuff in my way. Alright. But yeah, I have the keyboard dock for this, and if we dock it on real quick. Now, while I dock it on, this tablet runs Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, or 4.2.1 Jelly Bean, I don't remember exactly. But it's generally just honestly, well, this one specifically, the touchscreen is fucked up. And not only that, but the touch screen doesn't work. The display is fine, actually. The display is pretty bright, but I was trying to fix the touch screen, right? And the volume buttons, well, not the volume buttons, but the power button came off, and also the back cover is now really loose. I'm not bothering to fix it, though, so yeah, I'm not going to do that. It has an 8 megapixel rear camera and a 2 megapixel front camera, from my knowledge. The keyboard dock is really helpful since I don't have a touchscreen, and it has a USB port, so I can easily connect a mouse to it and use it as an input device. Not only that, but the charger is there. The charger port is there too. You can easily undock it by just doing this. I like the back texture of the tablet the most because it's really like, it's a plastic compared to the ASUS Transformer Prime TF201, which has a metallic swirled back. This one has a plastic swirled back, and I like how it sounds. Here, listen. Very satisfying. The ASUS logo is on multiple parts of the tablet, which is honestly really annoying. But other than that, it's not much of a distraction. And there's only one speaker on it, sadly, so no stereo audio, but, you know, it'll do. There's a headphone jack and, of course, the charger port. Now, time to get to the miscellaneous. And I only have 5 minutes left of recording, so I gotta do this fast. But I have an Amazon Alexa Echo, I think, that I got for, I don't really remember. I think it was Christmas 2020 I got that for. This, the MiTraveler 78C back panel, one of the films, oh, well, there goes that. The motherboard for the, I just have a lot of motherboards in here, but this is the motherboard for the for the old MiTraveler I broke. This is the motherboard for the Extreme tablet that I also broke. This is the display for the MiTraveler that I broke. This is the back panel to the Extreme tablet that I also broke. I can't really show it, but you can see it kind of. This is the front to the MiTraveler I was trying to fix. And there's just a whole bunch of shit in here that I'm too lazy to cover most of. So, just take that. But, anyway, let's cover the upcoming things. Because I have a lot of, I have one upcoming thing. I have an Xbox Series S that's coming tomorrow. My dad's bringing it to me, so that's going to be cool. And it's definitely an upgrade from my Xbox One S. The only downside is that it's all digital, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to transfer my games from my Xbox One S to my Xbox Series S. It's in camo green, but other than that, it's a good upgrade. And I was not expecting that upgrade, actually. But yeah, I also have cases for the devices, etc., etc. And I have this TV. It's 720p. It's not flat screen, as you can see. It's a really old school 2007 Element Electronics TV. As you can see, it's by Element. It has Dolby Digital Audio. As you can see, a HDMI port, and it's an HD TV. I have an Xbox One S right here, which I'm going to be upgrading from tomorrow. If you didn't hear me before. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, or don't. And I'll see you guys someday. I don't know. Peace. I'll probably be posting another video when I get my Xbox Series S.